Hi everybody, I'm Mr. E. I do epic rants, and right now I'm gonna hit up a group that just dying to get raked over the fucking coals like they rake everybody else over the coals. And you wanna know the best part right now? I'm gonna go ahead and jerk off, because it's far more productive than these bastards are. Stay tuned! Oh, yeah. Cleanup time! More productive than a social justice warrior. Alright, so what do we have for you today? Social justice warriors. What are they? Racist, sexist, bigoted assholes. Why? Well, let's see. California, last year or two, there was a bridge. A bunch of fucking students cordoned it off from white people, made them walk across a different area. They didn't let them go across the bridge. And why? Social justice. Again, how is it justice when you discriminate against one group to institute retribution to said group for perceived or indoctrinated talking points that you have been made to believe are real and exist? Has nothing to do with justice. It's everything to do with retribution and revenge. Here's another one. Here's another reason why they're assholes. When you show up at a diner, a breakfast den, and you start berating, belittling, and badgering people into whatever fucking frame of mind you have, simply because they don't think, look, and talk and act like you. And they don't stand beside you and support everything that you say and do. It's not justice. It's not. It doesn't fucking matter what you think. It's not justice. And again, doing shit like that is bullshit. Here's another one. Speech codes. You like speech codes, don't you, social justice warriors? You want those people to be put through a filter of authoritarian dogma that says certain words and certain things are not acceptable to be uttered and put out there for public consumption. No. You don't get to do that. That's not what freedom of speech is about. Freedom of speech is being able to say and think anything you want without having a group of assholes ready to lynch those people for saying it. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what it comes from. Doesn't matter if it's black, blue, yellow, red, green, violet, or whatever other color the human being might be that's giving it. You don't have the right to batter, be belligerent, and belittle people that don't think, look, and talk and act like you. You don't have that right, and if you're demanding authority has that right to enforce things that you sign on for, that's totalitarianism, that's authoritarianism, and that's fascism, because you're using authority and you're using the state to suppress the rights of people who you find inconvenient. That's not justice. That's retribution and revenge. Oh, God, that makes me want to come. So, and here's the thing, and this is the reason why I love you people so much. You claim tolerance, yet you practice prejudice. You say everybody should listen to you, but if they don't, they're bigots. And yet you don't listen to anything they have to say and hurl epithets and insults at them: racist, sexist, bigoted, homophobe. Those four wonderful little classifications that every single progressive likes to throw out there when they need to shut somebody up for saying things that they don't want to hear. Again, that's not justice. Sorry. Justice is equal playing for everyone, and you don't take emotional, pleasure and want to continue said pleasure after the justice is done. Basically what it amounts to is somebody kills your friend. that person gets put to death by the state. Okay? Rather than letting it end there and saying, okay, justice is served, punishment's been meted out, everything's done. You want to go ahead and go after their family, their friends. You want to destroy them too, because of course they were his friend and family, so they must think like him. So now you're going to go ahead and beat them to death, even though they may or may not agree with said individual, just because they're a part of that person. Again, that's not justice. That's retribution and revenge. Okay? Understand that. The next time you hear an opinion that you don't like, and you immediately want to take every measure possible to shut them up and shut them off from society. It's not your responsibility. Okay? You may not like what they're saying. You may not agree with what they're saying. And what they may be saying might be racist, sexist, bigoted, homophobic nonsense. It might be. But if you're willing to shut down their rights and their abilities to say those things, regardless of whether you agree with it or not, that makes you fascist. It makes you totalitarian. Hey, truth hurts. The reason why you're called snowflakes is because you can't tolerate anything else with just a little bit of heat to it. Okay? An opinion that has a little bit of heat to it you don't want to hear because it melts you. Facts that have heat behind them, substance behind them, you don't like them because they're inconvenient and they crush the narrative that you fucking have. Hands up, don't shoot was a fucking lie. The Justice Department under Obama said it was a fucking lie. It wasn't well reported because, of course, the media love the narrative so much they can't have anything tell the truth and crush the fucking narrative. So you love the lie, you love the narrative, and you go hands up, don't shoot. Well, guess what? He didn't have his hands up. He was assaulting the officer. And, yeah. So that narrative, ping, went out the water. Say thank you to the Obama Justice Department. Yeah, you know, the people who ran with the narrative initially, and then we're like, oh shit, we're lying. Fuck, we better do something quick. That's not justice. That's hypocrisy. That's bullshit. And you support it. That's why you're known as snowflakes. That's why everybody thinks social justice warriors are a bunch of asshole, bigot, racist fucktards. And if somebody doesn't tell you the truth and tell it how it is, you're going to continue to think that that gender study professor, that liberal arts professor, that sociology professor are all giving you exact, wonderful, beautiful fucking knowledge and intelligence. No, they're not. They're using you as a political fucking tampon so you can go out into the world and create more fucking problems than it's actually needed. You're not helping. You're hurting. Okay? Freedom means freedom. It doesn't mean it gets shut down the moment you get fucking panties in a bunch and decide to fucking go apeshit dogma on everybody else because of what your fucking professors, teachers, media heads, and everybody else in between indoctrinated you into fucking thinking. You don't have the right to shut people down and shut people off just because you don't fucking agree with them. I don't do it because I believe in freedom of speech, freedom of choice, and freedom of association. I believe in freedom, period. You don't. You don't want to believe in freedom. You just want freedom for what you think. Again, that's not fucking justice. That's revenge, that's retribution, that's totalitarianism, that's authoritarianism, and that's fucking fascism. If you can't understand it, if you can't accept it, and if you don't recognize it, then you're part of the fucking problem. You're not part of the solution, you're part of the fucking problem. Stop being a part of the fucking problem and help everybody out. You're divided, you fucking can't do shit right, and you're fucking everybody off, and you're fucking everybody up. Knock it off. It doesn't need to happen. It shouldn't be happening, and if you can't get the rectal lobotomy you fucking need to get that shit out of your goddamn head, then maybe you should take a crowbar, stick it up your ass, and pry that fucking head out of your ass so you can enjoy the rest of society like we would if you didn't have your head up your fucking ass!